for the KazzNation Sports Talk Show with your host, David Kazz, and your color commentator, Mr. Derrick Gunning.
Hey KazzNation, David Kazz07 here with the ever-entertaining color commentary, Mr. Derrick Gunning.
What's up? How's it going, Dave?
It's going. It's been an interesting week of football. The Bears, Patriots. What a wonderful game for everyone else that's not a Patriots fan.
Yes.
Green Bay, Tom Brady.
Rough.
But we really wanted to talk about, we want to start this one out right. So all you folks out there that are watching and starting to enjoy our color commentating, our, not really color commentating, our conversations, our arguments, our debauchery, we're going to talk about probably the biggest debauchery of all time. The Zach Jones and Zappe issue. That was by far probably one of the worst games Bill Belichick's ever coached. And I blame him. So walk me through what happened. Walk me through step by step. We're at the game. Jones is starting. What happened?
Mac Jones starts, and first couple series are not so good. Fans are booing. They're actually cheering for Zap. Then Mac Jones throws an interception, you know.
Yeah, just like we're used to.
It was not looking good for him. And then they put Bailey Zappi in, and they come away with 14 points.
14-13. And then Zappi makes two mistakes, right, before this next debacle happens?
Well, he has two interceptions, but I don't think Mac Jones ever – I can't remember. Because he's only got 13 yards, so I think they just wrote it out with Zappi the rest of the game. 14 for 22, 185 yards, 1 TD, 2 interceptions.
So Zappi has played, 3 games now? And he's, pretty good in a lot of them. He's done a lot of really good throws.
A lot of
really good throws. I mean, he looks like what they wanted Mac Jones to be. He's taking risks, so 2 interceptions, which is going to happen. You got a rookie quarterback, it's going to happen. I mean, now we have a quarterback controversy in the Patriots, which is great. It's fantastic. You have 2 decent quarterbacks.
Yeah,
who wants it?
And that's what we want.
That's what we want.
I want them to have success for a while.
So on that note, let's do what we wanted to talk about. The top of the AFC, top of the NFC. Which conference do you want to talk about first, sir? It's on you.
Let's go NFC first.
NFC. Who do we got? Who do we got in the head of the NFC? Top 2 teams in the NFC.
Eagles and the Giants.
Whoa. Dable and the Giants. The New York Giants, Brian Dable, they're tale of 2 different teams, to be completely honest. The Eagles and the Giants, you've got the Eagles who are undefeated, 6-0. They had a bye week. Giants are 6-1. They're in the same division, mind you. I don't even know how that's possible, but they haven't played each other yet. We're going to get there. I think that's coming up soon. We have 161 points for, 150 points for Eagles, Giants, respectively. 130 points against for the Giants, and 105 points against the Eagles' defense. I think the Eagles might have one of the best defenses in the league. Second to the Buffalo Bills, because I'm impartial to the Buffalo Bills. They're a tale of 2 different teams. One's got good defense. One just gets the job done at the end of the game. Fourth quarter, they somehow find a way. They get the job done. It's amazing me. They beat good teams. They beat teams that we think should be good teams. It's interesting. It's exciting. You have the New York Giants, which is a team no one thought would be where they are right now. Eagles, no one thought they would be where they are. We thought it'd be the Rams, San Francisco. We thought it'd be
all the top
Cardinals
teams,
would be there.
Oh my gosh,
the Packers. We thought the Packers would be there. Bucks. We thought it'd be in conversation. We didn't think the Eagles. We thought the Eagles would be a wild card team. We never thought they would be this good. No idea about the Giants. The Giants were the worst team in the league. They had offensive line injuries. They had 10, 12 people out by the starting of their first regular season. This team is counting out. And they got David Jones throwing them up. Who cares about them? They're not going to be good. Well, Saquon Barkley and Dable and the G-Men are just we're here. We're good.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe Daniel Jones is last year I thought for sure he was trash. but he's managing the offense. They're getting points. Defense is holding.
Yeah, getting points. Defense is holding. They're playing well. It's weird, man.
So you agree with that, right? You agree with the Eagles and the Giants, is it?
Eagles and the Giants. Let's kick it over to the AFC. Let's kick it over to my two favorite teams of all time. I love this rivalry. It was great to see them 2 weeks ago. Buffalo Bills, obviously number one because they beat the number 2 team, which is Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs have put up 223 points for. As much as I want to say the Kansas City Chiefs are lacking, and I don't think they're good, they scored the highest amount of points in the NFL. Period. 223 points. And the next best team is the Ravens at 181. You tell me how they're scoring 40 points more than the next best team. But they lose to a good defense, great defense, and a great quarterback. Buffalo Bills designed their team this year to beat Kansas City. They didn't care about anybody else because they could beat them with the offense. Defense, 100% scope to beat Kansas City. So who knows what the playoffs are going to hold, because that's going to be a very interesting game when they come over to Bills Mafia town. That's going to be a fun game. Win or lose, it's going to be a great game. I think Bills should win it. But like the other game, last year, that playoff game, I was at the end of it, I'm like, I just saw the best game in football. We came on the wrong side of it, but this pleased me. This is the best game to lose. Like, it,
I mean,
sure was rough.
This thing, the last game alone, dude. I mean, Allen throws for 329, Mahomes for 338. It's just like,
you can't,
man,
you can't
just watching go like that, dude. It's just.
You can't beat it, man. You can't beat it. There was a 2 best, and it's going to be a rivalry. It's going to be talked about for 7-8 years from now. It's going to be a conversation. Who's better, Mahomes or Allen? Sorry, NFC.
433 total yards as an offense.
It's amazing. It's amazing. These guys don't want to move the ball, and the Bills also have a defense. Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City 387. I mean, that's.
So here's the next fun piece. Baltimore Ravens have 181 points for. Kansas City has 171 points against. What does that tell you about their defense? And the Bills, number 1 team with points against at 81. That's a difference.
Right.
That's a difference. That's it right there. You can score points on Kansas City. That's why they have 223 points. Patrick Mahomes doesn't get benched in third quarter. Not because Josh Allen's bad, because Josh Allen put up numbers and the defense is like, yeah, they're not scoring. All right, we're going to talk about the worst man on the totem pole. Last one out. First one into the draft, I guess. First one to pick up the golf bags. We're going to talk about the worst in the AFC, worst in the NFC, worst 2 teams, and we're going to start with the AFC. The worst 2 teams in the AFC are probably a better conversation than the NFC. NFC, you have like 3 teams that are really bad. They kind of like who's worse than the other. But this one's easy for me. Denver Broncos, Houston Texans. Houston Texans, they're a decent team. They can't move the ball. They can't score. 106 points against. 106 points for. However, they only have 137 points against. So pretty decent defense. Probably top 15 defense in the league, but a really awful offense, which leads me to the next best statement here. The Broncos. The Broncos have one of the best defenses in the league, 115 points against, but can only score a measly, 100 points on offense with Russell Wilson. So I don't know which one's more upsetting. Houston, we all thought Houston was going to be at the bottom, right? We can agree on that.
Definitely more disappointing.
So much more. Houston Texans.
Okay. Who's their quarterback? Davis Mills, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Millsies.
Davis, okay. And then you go to Denver and you put the name Russell Wilson out.
Russell Wilson's at the bottom of the league. Are you kidding me?
Who are you more disappointed being at the bottom with? Yeah.
All right, let's kick it over to the NFC, sir. You tell me. We had an argument about this while we were talking about the video before we shot it, which is now. You tell me, NFC, sir.
NFC, yeah. Number 1 is definitely the Detroit Lions right now. They are very, very disappointing to me.
I want to cry.
Like, a lot of hype around them. I really expected a lot better, a lot more wins
than the one that so good. Their offense was clicking, man. They were booming.
And I just think Jared Goff just sucks. That's just it. See why the Rams Honestly, I see why McVay was like, "Get this dude out of here."
Get this dude out of my offense. I can't scheme around him. So
He said, I need me a real quarterback, please."
their defense is at the bottom of the league. They have 194 points against. So I completely agree with that statement. The Detroit Lions, you got to do better. Let's move on. Derrick, let's talk about that second team because I know we had an argument before we shot this video. Tell me what you got for the second worst team, and I'll tell you what I got.
For my second team, it's the Saints. They just, I don't know, they got Taysom Hill. I don't know, they don't have a quarterback, man.
They don't. The worst part about them is that they score 175 points for 200 points against. They have the worst defense in scoring. You can score them at any given moment. Let's put it into perspective. Patrick Mahomes and his team has 223 points. They got the best offense in the league, and that's the worst defense is the Saints. If they played, I can only imagine how many points Patrick Mahomes puts up. He might not play the rest of the game. He might play 2 quarters. Pull Josh Allen. That's what we'll call it.
Right.
So I do agree with the Saints. I do. But I still think the Panthers, man. The Panthers are still like they don't have a quarterback. I think the Saints should lean on on Hill. I don't think that Panthers have anything going for them. They traded Christian McCaffrey. However, that new running back looks good. Dante Foreman, I mean, he's not new. He's 26 years old. He's doing his thing. But I guess you're right. I guess I would agree the Saints are worse than the Panthers because the Panthers ran over the Buccaneers. We're going to talk about matchups right now. The ranking 29-27. So if you want to know who to bet for, who to listen to, it's that guy on the other side of the phone. Let's do it this way. All right, Ravens, Bucks. What a game. Maybe?
I'm going to have to go with the Ravens right now, the way the Bucks are playing. They've got one of the worst O-lines. They've got nothing working at receiver.
Nothing working at receiver. You know, I don't know. And I just say that because anytime Tom Brady gets destroyed, he comes down and destroys the next team. It's like 70% of the time. So he might go out and destroy Baltimore Ravens because the Baltimore Ravens have bad coaching. I'm going to say that. And I'm going to stick with it because it's why they're losing games, man. You keep losing these close games. You keep dropping them.
Yeah, they almost lost their last game, too. It wasn't, man, that was a nail-biter, man.
Bad coaching, man. Bad coaching costs you games. Good coaching costs you games, close games. So if you're a good coach, Brian Dable, you win games, especially close games. Bad coach, bad coaching, Baltimore Ravens, you lose games. They might not even make the playoffs in the AFC. If it's between the Ravens and the Chargers, I would, and this is fun for you Charger fans out there, I'd pick the Chargers over the Ravens to make the playoffs. All right, let's kick it over to the next game here because I'm picking the Bucks. You're picking the Ravens. Bronco. What London game that we talked about last week. You were upset that even on a London game, like what am I going to wake up and snooze fest? You might not have a snooze fest because Jaguars actually look pretty good. But got the Jags, Broncos, 9:30 in the morning Standard Eastern Time. What do you got? Who do you choose?
I got the Jags. Yeah, I got the Jags.
Why? Why do you pick the Jaguars?
The Broncos are just bad, dude.
It's like you're not picking the Jaguars because they're good. You're just picking the Jaguars because the Broncos are that bad.
They put me to sleep too many times this season.
Do you think that they right the ship?
No.
I
still think Russell's out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jaguars, too. The Jaguars seem to be a better team. They're on the up and up. They really have the opportunity to start being better. The only issue is they can't win close games. Kind of have to do with coaching. I know that's the old Philadelphia Eagles coach that won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. However, I don't think he's a good coach. I never did think he was a good coach, and I think he only won that because Nick Foles was there, and it was just a good team, and they just had every luck happen to them. I don't think he's a good coach, but who am I to say I'm not a general manager? I'm not the one that hired him. Dolphins, Lions. We got 1 o'clock game, Sunday morning, Standard Eastern Time. Who do you have?
Dolphins.
Lions.
Easy. Well, thanks, bud. Thanks for the free win on that one.
You're welcome. I can't give up on the Lions. I know the HBO curse is a real thing.
Oh, it's done.
But
And there were HBO curse too. They were poop before the HBO thing came out. It's not like they were one game from making the playoffs last year, and you were like, "Oh God."
You know, I'm picking Detroit. I know I'm going to lose this one. I know, but I can't walk away from them. I believe in you, Detroit. I believe in you. All right, let's go. Panthers Falcons. Yeah, I actually like this matchup.
Panthers Falcons. Wow. Man, that's a game I would leave alone if I was betting. Well, both have low offenses. Falcons defense is rated 32nd.
Oh, so they're the worst defense in the league right there? Ha. Huh. You know what? I'm going Falcons. You could pick whatever team you want. This is a nail biter. This would probably be a even split across the board. I think the Falcons are just a better team. I actually think the Falcons might make it to the playoffs.
I only think the Falcons because of quite frankly Mariota. I mean,
they might have an opportunity to upset the Bucks in that division and win that division.
I think it's gonna be a boring game.
Who do you have? Carolina or Falcons?
Oh, Falcons. Yeah.
Let's go. Fly, Falcon, fly. That's right. All right. Cardinals, Vikings. 1 o'clock game. Should not be a 1 o'clock game. This is going to be a fun game to watch. Who do you have?
I'm going with the Vikings. I think they just had the better overall team, quarterback, and I don't know. I don't understand what's up with the Cardinals.
Now, the Cardinals just came off of a win on Thursday Night Football against the Saints, where they put 42 points up.
Wow, so it's just the Saints, though. I mean,
yeah, it's just the Saints. I would agree with that, just the Saints. But they put 42 points up. Hopkins is back. He looks great. I think that we're going to see the Cardinals perform a lot better because he is a dynamic player. Stephon Diggs, him, Travis Kelce, Hill, Waddle, Jefferson even. They're dynamic players. Deebo Samuel, if the San Francisco 49ers can figure out how to use him. They're dynamic players. They could change offenses, and they could build schemes. And I don't know if he makes Kyler Murray better or if Kyler Murray plays better because he's on the field. Time will tell, but I think that the Cardinals win this one. All right, so let's go over Bears Cowboys. Who do you have?
Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Cowboys fans are going to have another victory. Sorry, Bears, because I know you're running high off the Patriots' defeat of I don't even know what to call that game. Watching the highlights over and over again, going, what?
Yeah, what? They're going to be going up against a better defense.
They're going up against a better defense, and even the stats. Justin Fields only had 100-some-odd yards passing. And yeah, he had 83 yards running, but still, like, that's nothing. That's Dak's back. Dak went off. He went off. He's going to come up. They're going to beat the Bears. It's not even going to be a chance. So we're both Cowboys. We're picking a lot of teams together. I like this. Maybe I should have flipped my Detroit Lions one, but I'll keep it. I believe in them. All right, Raiders, Saints. We've got a 1 o'clock game.
I'm going to go Raiders. Yeah, I'm going to go. The Raiders should pull that one out.
They got Derrick Carr, Devontae Adams. They're playing decent. You know, maybe this is the way they start writing their ship. Maybe they start realizing we can actually score on defenses. Saints have the 21st defense, so it's not the worst defense in the league, apparently, according to you. But I don't know. I'm gonna go Raiders because I just want them to be good. Let's kick it over to Pittsburgh and the Eagles. Can you say trap game of the week?
I could feel that.
I can definitely feel that. I think Pickett's starting to play good. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's still developing. So I don't think he's going to be like really that good of a player this year. But I think we might have an Eagles team going up against a good defense, going against an offense that's learning how to play. I mean, their defense is really good for the Eagles. So either it's going to be the Eagles destroy them or it's a close game and the Steelers somehow stop them from having an undefeated season.
I think the only way the Eagles lose this game is if they shoot themselves in the foot.
And they haven't. They haven't been doing it. They've been playing very well, except for the first half of that Cowboys-Eagles game before the Eagles are like, fuck it, we're taking over, we're going to go and win. They had some mistakes, but they haven't made some major mistakes. There's no real turnovers, no real like fourth down conversions that haven't happened. They're just an overall good team. So who do you have? If you're going to pick this game, are you going to say it's a trap game, but you're still going to go Eagles?
Yeah, I'm going Eagles all day.
I'm still going to go Eagles. I still believe that it's a trap game, and there's an opportunity for the Steelers to win it. And if they do, great. Here's that conversation we talked about last week, Patriots and Jets. Now I'm second-guessing who I think is going to win this one. Who do you have?
I'm going Patriots.
I'm going Jets. Why? Because if the Chicago Bears can beat you down and you don't know what you're doing on quarterback, what you're planning for, there's no way you can stand up against the Jets.
Well, think about it. We lose this game this weekend. We're 5-2, and the Jets are 5-2.
Don't make me laugh. You can't say that. You stop it. Don't make me laugh. If anyone says, go ahead, tell me. Make me laugh.
It's there. And you got to be careful.
No, I don't like you. I don't want to talk to you. I think I'm going to mute you the rest of the show. It's
good.
All right. Let's go to the 4 o'clock games. Titans-Texans, 4 o'clock game.
I got the Titans.
I've got the Texans as an upset. I honestly do. I don't think the Titans are good this year. I know Derrick Henry's coming back to form. I don't think they're good. And I think the Texans just have a good enough team where they can win any game. They haven't showed it. They're the worst team in the NFL right now. Second worst team in the NFL. I think Detroit's worse. But I do think the Texans pull this one up as a victory. So I think at the end of this, I'm going to be down by 5 or 6 points. You might be leading this one. But let's kick over the.
That's awesome. Thanks, dude.
You're welcome. Watch me be right, because I was right about a few games that I shouldn't have been right about. Washington, Green Bay. Shouldn't have been right about. And that was just me being hopeful. Giants, Seattle, Seahawks. What do you got? This is a good game.
Man. I'm going with the G-Men. I can't get off that train right now. It's chugging.
You know, I would agree with you, but this is the time where I'm like, I'm sorry. I got to fall off because Geno Smith, man, he's the second coming of the Seattle Seahawks. He's making them look good. He's like, who's Russell Wilson? They should just had me from the beginning. Russell Wilson looks like trash in Denver. Look, Seattle has a good team. They're on top of their division. I don't see it. I don't see the Giants pulling this one out because I think if it's not a close game, Seattle Seahawks win. This is the game that decides who's the coach of the year.
No way.
This is the game. Pete Carroll or Brian Dable. I think those two are the coaches of the year.
For coach of the year, he's got a 4-3 team right now. Not even close.
He should have a 0 and everything team.
No, shouldn't.
No, because Geno Smith is great. Who would have thought? Pete Carroll brought Geno Smith back. DK Metcalf. The whole team is starting to look really good. I don't know, man. I think Brian Dable wins Coach of the Year, but I think this is the fight for him.
Yep, I think Dayball's ahead of that, but I think if the Bills win the Super Bowl, I think Sean McDermott gets it right off the bat.
Washington Commanders, Indianapolis Colts.
Oh my gosh!
I'm going.
You just made me yawn just saying the freaking name.
I had to say it slow, man.
I literally just yawned as you were about to say the names because it's gonna be boring. But I got the Commanders. I definitely the Colts sat Matt Ryan. You know.
Come to the dark side, man. Come to the Commanders side, man. We got you. I'm going Commanders 100% of the way. I don't think Indianapolis Colts have a team. I think they're one of the worst teams in the NFL. I think they're worse than the Texans. I think they're worse than the Saints. I think they're worse than the Panthers. I could go on and on and on. I just don't think they're good. No offense to Frank Wright. Not his fault. They need a quarterback. What'd you say?
On and on and on. Yeah, they're not good.
They're not good. They just have nothing really going for them minus Taylor. All right. 49ers, Rams. This is a big game.
I'm going Rams. Aaron Donald. I don't know. I just think Leonard Floyd and Aaron Donald. You know, I don't mean to sound like Von Miller here, but I feel like the Rams defense is going to get to the 49ers offense.
I have a lot of questions on this game. Like, what is Christian McCaffrey going to look like? You know, he did play a little bit in the last game. He was all right. He didn't look too bad, but what does he look like? Does Jimmy Garoppolo look good? Does he play well with Deebo Samuel? Does things connect well? Does the defense stand strong? They got lit up by Patrick Mahomes. And don't get me wrong. When we say you got lit up by Patrick Mahomes, we're not saying you got lit up by the Kansas City offense. We're saying you got lit up by one player. One player was like, all right, guys, I'm going to do my thing. And I'm going to take you on my back. Let's go. I don't think Matthew Stafford is a player like Patrick Mahomes. I'm going 49ers, but this is like, to me, this is the game of the week. All right, let's go over to Sunday Night Football. Green Bay Packers, Buffalo Bills. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers here, Dave. I just think that Aaron Rodgers is going to. Got you. I'm just kidding. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen and the Bills are just going to light that team up.
Yeah.
They've got nothing.
They got a suspect defense. Offensive line is suspect. You have one good rookie that might not even be playing. One good receiver. Sammy Watkins came back. He looked all right towards the end of that game. Like 2 catches, but
I'm not scared of him at all.
Why? Because Aaron Rodgers doesn't trust his team. If you watch that game, there were people open he could have flew the ball to, but he decided, I want to go short because I don't trust you. He saw their eyes looking, and he's like, oh, he's wide open. There's no one on him. I trust you. Aaron Rodgers needs to get back to thinking about the team, putting his faith in his rookies, and there will be no one open against the Buffalo Bills. I'm going Bills. All right, let's talk about the last game of the week. Last game.
Browns. Bengals. I'm going Bengals.
Bengals, Browns.
I can't put any stock in the Browns.
I'm going Bengals, man. Bengals look good. They played well.
Yeah, I thought for sure you were going to go to the Browns, dude.
No, I can't. So, like, I know the Bengals played the Atlanta Falcons, and they just reamed them. I mean, Joe Burrow had a coming out party, 481 yards of just passing brilliance, 34 for 42 attempts. I still don't like the amount of attempts that he has had throwing the ball, but their team had the ball almost the entire game. You have 21 rushing attempts and 42 passing attempps. At least a third of their offense was running the ball, and the other 2/3 are Joe Burrow and let's have a game.
That's it. Bengals, Joe Burrow looks good. Jamar Chase, I can't put any stock into the Browns.
No. No. Once he who shall not be named comes back, Lord Baltimore, once he comes back, maybe the Browns are a good team again. But
yeah, by that dude, who cares? Season's over.
Yeah, that's good. So let's kick it off of the football talk real quick before I close it out. Let's talk about something that we're really bleeding blue and gold here. We're huge Sabres fans. I don't know if you guys know this. Obviously, the Sable paraphernalia when we're talking about football, but we've got a good team. We'll talk about 2 minutes to talk about it, but goaltending looked good. They looked like the last game against the Kraken, they looked like they just wanted to get home, but they won 3 out of those 4 games. And those 3 games, man, they looked great. Sure, they let a lot of shots off, but those goalies looked good. Dahlin looks like the second coming of Crosby right now. He looks great. Defensive Crosby, defensive Connor McDavid. He just does so much for our team.
I just call him Cal McCarr.
I wouldn't even say he's better than that, man. He looks so good right now.
He's got that franchise record and an
NHL record, NFL. He's got an NHL record, franchise record. He looks good. Owen Powers looks good.
Looking good.
Tuck is up there in the top 5 scorers of the league right now. Tuck is number 2, and guess who's number 4? Dahlin. That's disgusting on a Buffalo Sabres team that everyone writes off because they were trash for such a long time. But now they're top 5 goal scorers in the league right now. Anyways, well, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you very much as we do grow our fan base here. You'll see a lot more videos coming out, a lot of personalized videos, and hopefully we'll get some more shooting out here. So please show us your love. Subscribe, click on the video, click the like button, have a comment or two. We are here to talk to you. You are our fans. We'd like to hear what you have to say. As always, stay safe, strength community, show some kindness, and go Bills.
Go Bills, go Sabres, go Rochester, go Bandits.
Yeah, we're our Buffalo home city, so we're a Buffalo home sports talk crew. But let's Let's hope
And
for a
let's
wonderful.
try both picks. Haha.
Let's hope for a wonderful, wonderful game by all those upsets that I claimed out. So I'm hoping to catch up. Hoping to be like, 2-3 games ahead of you. But we'll see.